Guardians of the Galaxy will be flying onto movie screens before you know it, so today we continue our lesson on these intergalactic heroes by discussing the leader of the group, Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started! Star-Lord was created by Steve Englehart and Steve Gann and made his first appearance in the January 1976 issue of Marvel Preview number 4. Though his ultimate destiny lies among the stars, he began his life on Earth. His mother Meredith was a normal human who ends up falling in love with an alien prince known as Jason of Spartoy, who she saves after his spaceship crash lands in Colorado en route to fight a war on his home planet. After Jason discovers Meredith is pregnant, he decides to lock away her memory of him until he can return after the war. A month later, Meredith marries her childhood sweetheart Jake, who tries to kill Peter, not believing him to be his son. Jake ends up having a heart attack and dies before he can carry it out, though. Peter grows up a lonely child raised by his widowed mother. Several years later, Peter's real father asks his uncle to go to Earth and retrieve his family. Wanting the throne for himself, Jason's uncle sends someone to kill them instead. Peter witnesses his mother being killed by aliens and swears to one day avenge her death. Meanwhile, Jason is told that Meredith and the baby died in childbirth. Peter spends some time in an orphanage, but eventually escapes and goes to college to become an astronaut. When a celestial apparition appears on a NASA space station offering a worthy candidate the chance to become the interplanetary policeman known as Star-Lord, Peter volunteers but is passed over by his superiors for someone with more experience. Seeing his chance to avenge his mother's death slipping away, Peter becomes extremely angry and violent. He is discharged from NASA, but he manages to steal a ship, return to the space station, and ultimately become Star-Lord. He is given a sentient former star known as Ship as his vessel, guide, and companion. With the help of Ship, Star-Lord's adventures eventually lead him to his father's home planet, Sparta. While there to stop a planned coup, Peter recognizes his mother's assassin and kills him. This leads him into a battle with his great uncle. Being a superior duelist, Star-Lord is disarmed and unmasked. His great uncle is taken aback by Peter's resemblance to Jason, which gives Peter the opportunity to kill him. Peter soon meets his father, who is overjoyed to have found his son. Peter learns about his past and is offered to become heir to the Empire, but he refuses and continues his duties as Star-Lord for a time. At one point, he gives up his Star-Lord identity after discovering thousands of lives were lost at the cost of defeating Galactus' first herald, Fallen One. He spends time in an interstellar prison where he ends up teaming up with potential Avengers 2 baddie, Thanos. He is eventually free to help fight a great intergalactic threat known as the Annihilation Wave. It was during this time that Peter met his fellow intergalactic heroes that would become the Guardians of the Galaxy. He formed the group as a proactive way to keep large galactic threats from happening in the future. As for powers, even though Peter Quill is half alien, he possesses no superhuman abilities. His Star-Lord suit does provide him with increased strength, durability, flight, and the ability to survive in space. He is also a skilled marksman, strategist, and expert in hand-to-hand combat with the ability to heal himself quicker than normal humans. Star-Lord is an all-around interesting character, and one we are looking forward to seeing live on the big screen when Guardians of the Galaxy hits theaters on August 1st, 2014. Stay tuned right there to Clevver U as we continue to explore the rest of the Guardians. Until then, I'm Erin Darling. Thanks for watching.